Wake up, gamers, cause you're listening to Big Think Dimension with KZ Excellent,
I'm optimistic about things.
Dan and Bob Video Games,
You see that mountain? You can fuck another man on that mountain.
and Mr. Feel
Bro, you just posted malarkey. You're going to lose delegate.
here on GigaBoots.
You have a bit?
I feel like I should, but maybe not. Bob, do you have a bit?
Don't think so.
Mr. Field, do you have a bit?
Pete Buttigieg should get eaten by wolves.
I don't know that that's a bit. That just sounds like a demand. It's like if...
No, I said should. It's a request.
you know, just it would be nice, I guess. You know what? I don't have any goofy food stories this week. I'm just going to get straight into it. So I've been playing Daemon X Machina on PC.
Ooh.
Man.
Man.
A lot
We
of
had-
frames.
We had a video go up.
So many frames. Yeah, we got a video up and everyone's like, how did you do this? This game still isn't out. Bob, apparently us being able to play it for the several hours we were was not intentional.
That makes sense.
I was like, weird. The store says it still doesn't come out for 13 more hours, but my version boots.
Yeah, I think Vox is playing it too.
I just assumed you got like a copy.
No,
I press or something.
I could have tried since it was Xseed. I know some people I could ask, but yeah, no, I legitimately bought a copy of the game. I probably would have tried to get an early copy if my week wasn't so unbelievably busy ripping apart this house and organizing cables, which is not very exciting, unlike Daemon X Machina, which is really good. I'm super enjoying what I've played so far, and the mouse and keyboard controls seem very sufficient. To some extent, I kind of enjoy that more than using a controller, so good on them, you know.
Yeah, that's not easy. Not for a Japanese company, especially.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people...
Kind of their kryptonite.
A little bit, yeah. I always worry about when it gets ported to PC how playable it will be without a controller, because I know a lot of people don't even like controllers, you know, when they're PC gaming. I can't imagine anyone who's like, never. Not even once. But yeah, no, Daemon X Machina, real smooth. Unfortunately, my video card does not support... what was it? It doesn't support, I think, anything above 1080p at 120 frames. So I didn't get to see the absolute ludicrousness that is 4K 120 hertz Daemon X Machina. But technically, on paper, that game supports that. So someday.
Ooh.
Yes, no, it's nice. It's nice seeing that game run smooth. That game's fun as hell. We make a custom character in our quick play we did. If anyone hasn't seen that quick play,
You
go
sure
check it out.
did.
Because, oh man, that character's intense.
The commenters seem to like it. I don't know. It's pretty down to earth.
Yeah, that's me, all right. Grounded character designs. But yeah, aside from that, all I've been playing over the last week is that I did some testing because we got our Wii Dual HDMI mod for the Wii installed. And we got it back. So I needed to test out a few games and do some video comparisons. So we did a small little stream for that. But on the side, after the stream, I played some Mario Kart Wii. Guys, I forgot that it refuses to let you use buttons. Like, if you're playing on the Wii mode, you have to use the motion control.
Yeah, it's from the get fucked era
Fuck
of motion
your
controls.
buttons.
It's so nuts.
Yeah, Nintendo was really deep in those woods.
Yeah.
Like, it took a lot to dig them
They
out.
still have not escaped. There is still a vine snaking out of it wrapped around their ankle.
Yeah, no, there's always just that tiny bit of insanity left. Like, every time we hear news about Animal Crossing.
That's the
Stairs are confirmed for New Horizons.
Oh, good. Thank God.
Did you know we're in the longest Nintendo Direct drought in history, as noted by people who are completely psychotic?
Is that actually true, or are they just fully committed to insanity?
It is actually true.
Oh.
But the funniest thing is my timeline is so curated, the only thing I see are people mad about people mad there is no Nintendo Direct. So it might even feel worse.
I've just seen a couple jokes about people like that, but I haven't seen anything from those people or any people who are like, please let me escape. I think people just need to do a better job curating who they follow. What do you think, Bob?
I don't even follow these people. Destructoid put up a fucking article about it.
Mm-hmm.
The only interaction I've had with this on Twitter is literally something like, well, technically, since the inception of the company in 1889 to the first Nintendo Direct with the longest drought in history.
Okay, that's good. That's a really good.
Zion Walker. Sadly, he works for Kotaku, so I cannot praise him.
Oh.
I will praise him.
Or what was the name of the guy who just left Kotaku? The video guy makes a really good series where
Tim Rogers.
Ah, yes, Tim Rogers, the man who tells us that Cloud is that kind of yarrow.
They lost the supreme talent.
They did. Yeah. Tim Rogers is great. I love that man.
His review of Death Stranding, which was 7 reviews, reviewing it as a game, movie, book, short story, play, in which he said a bunch of video games could be like eating a nice steak dinner. Death Stranding is like eating 20 pounds of green beans at gunpoint. Was surprisingly accurate.
It's about commitment, you know?
It is.
So during the Wii Duel stuff, we figured out something terrible. Something truly tragic.
No.
We don't know where our copy of Super Mario Galaxy went.
Oh no.
That's
I suspect I traded it in at some point.
yeah.
I was just like, I have 2. I'm never going to play 1 again. Because I'm insane.
I still don't want to believe you're that crazy.
I honestly wasn't like... After I played 2, I was like, man, I like this a lot more than 1. I don't think I ever want to go back. I had that thought.
It's
I don't
a
know.
Nintendo game, so it's worth $30 forever at GameStop.
Yeah.
Right?
Power to the players.
It finally leaves GameStop, and then its value goes to 0.
It returned to the ether.
I played about 7 minutes of 2, and because the structure wasn't the same as 1, I just dropped it. I really do want to give that game a chance someday because I feel like that wasn't fair.
Trademark.
But we've got some other stuff to give a chance first. For example, since we have the Wii Dual HDMI out mod done and everything, I can finally announce, ladies and gentlemen, coming soon to giving games a chance. Red Steel.
Ooh.
I knew it was going to have to be something we groan at.
Yeah, no, I need to see that game in the highest fidelity in the year 2020.
You're right, so do I.
It's going to look just as good as those Game Informer ads, right?
God! I forgot!
I don't remember these.
Yeah, for people who haven't seen it, I don't even know if you can find it on the internet nowadays. That shit is clearly pre-rendered, insanely high quality, like...
Yeah,
It's
it looks like a
nuts.
PS3 game.
It looks better than a PS3 game. We were like, oh shit, the Wii's really powerful if you know what you're doing. and then it comes out and it looks like fucking rotten garbage.
And we're just like, oh, or not.
Oh, they lied. Why did they lie?
Yeah, that was,
Oh, I think this is one of the shots, but I'm not sure. I think this is one of the shots from Game Informer. I'm going to post it in the Big Think channel. I remember it looking even better than this, though. So I think that's
oh yeah, but
that's way too high
that's
quality
clearly
for
like
the Wii.
incredibly high res.
Incredibly, yeah.
Yeah. Also,
No,
you
like-
can compare it to Red Steel 2, a game that exists.
Yes, Red Steel 2 exists. Oh my god, is that image from 1 or 2?
That's from 1 because it's in Game Informer. Funny enough, it's from GameInformer.com's top 10 video game bullshots.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell that has way too high quality of lighting for the Wii. The models are too good.
Yeah, they listed that at number 5.
It's
Last gen was a fucking nightmare. I can't even look at these screenshots of something from last gen without my eyes just going, no, last gen was so bad.
It really was. Some of the worst games came out during that generation, and
Everything was so ugly.
I remember playing a little bit of Red Steel 2. and that's actually completely different, and I liked what I played.
Okay.
Because it went from being this weird Yakuza story that's just terrible to being a bizarre sci-fi cowboy game
Excuse me.
with
What?
katanas.
Excuse me. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, the cover art is like an illustration of a cowboy samurai.
Okay. I mean, we're also going to
And
give
the
that a
cover
chance
for-
at some point, but not
The
as high
cover of Red
priority.
Steel 1 is a render.
Of course it is.
It's really good.
So I have this here as number 1 bullshot on their top 10 list.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Madden. Guess the year.
That was Madden
2007.
2005. I know because it advertised the Xbox. It came out 6 or 7 months before the Xbox and completely lied about how it would look.
You're right. That's the one that came out in 2005.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was aired on the Super Bowl, if I remember correctly.
God,
It was.
you are incredible.
This thing is the number one bullshit of all time, or bullshot of all time. That's why I remember. It's a whole CG video,
Yeah, no, that thing was like, that set a new standard.
and we didn't meet that until the PS4 generation. Easily, it's fucking ludicrous what they showed versus what the game was. But yes, this does continue the trope that is Dan is an encyclopedic, an encyclopedia of video game marketing lies.
I got scared when you just throw the year out there,
That thing's fucking
swinging with your
legendary.
knowledge like a cudgel.
I mean, it's important to remember who hurt you. That fucking thing. I was like, oh man, the 360's looking really powerful. And then E3 hits and it's like, none of this looks this good.
I mean, they did it again with freaking, I think it was Fight Night or something they showed
Yes.
looking like real life.
Yeah, they
or
showed.
UFC.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I think it was Fight Night.
It was Fight Night.
Everybody remembers Fight Night, right?
Because they get the sweat glistening off them,
Mm-hmm. You punch them and the slow-mo sweat comes off.
Yeah.
and like their face molds like a super slow-mo camera of somebody getting punched, and then you load up the game and you're like, it doesn't fucking look anything like that.
Hey, you motherfuckers, you lied to me. It's the fucking guy from Pawn Stars. They fucking lied to me.
The Destiny 2 boss, you motherfuckers tricked me. I'm gonna become randomly invincible now forever because you tricked me.
Oh my god, this Game Informer. Man, look at that shit. It's got a katana with a Wiimote reflection in it. And a gun
I'm gonna
in
be
the
real.
back.
This looks fucking incredible. World exclusive, hands-on with the Nintendo Revolution.
This
You know,
is hilarious. Oh my god.
remembering the early Wii always just makes me sad that Project Hammer never came out.
Yeah.
Because I was always excited to play that.
Yeah, that's fair. To counter this, NST is a fucking scourge on humanity, and I'm glad they're dead. They ruined Bionic Commando when they ported that to the Game Boy Color. They ruined Crystallis when they ported that to the Game Boy Color. Their version of Ridge Racer on the N64 is a nightmare fever dream. I didn't go out of my way to learn that NST is a nightmare factory. I just kept finding out as I went through retro gaming. Like, this is all recent discovery.
They're still around, Dan.
What did they do now? I don't think they make games.
They made Captain Toad Treasure Tracker, according to Wikipedia.
Oh, well, that game's all right. Have they made anything since that? Because that game came out on the Wii U and then just got ported.
Now I'm like, wait a second. Is the end of that game literally nightmares?
The end of that game, the art style shifts because they have to do something new, and it looks like that Made in 3D fucking YouTube channel, or in real 3D.
Yes, a game came out from them in the past 4 months. The Stretchers, an eShop game for the Switch, where it is a ragdoll physics-based game where you have to carry people on a stretcher.
Did that even show up in a direct?
I remember
so.
that vaguely. I don't know if it's a direct though.
Nintendo's own fucking games don't even show up. They really don't like NST, do
If
they?
we finally get a Nintendo Direct, we would have known.
If only. But yeah, aside from that, I haven't been playing a ton over the last week. Just a little bit of Mario Kart, a little bit of Castlevania Judgment. I am shocked by how much sharper Castlevania Judgment looks on the Wii Dual. That thing's great.
Castlevania Judgment is not great.
No. The Wii Dual's great.
Okay. There we go.
Castlevania Judgment has a really good soundtrack, which you can listen to with your subscription of Amazon Music HD, which is what I do, and that's the best way to fucking enjoy
audio.
I need to get
Judgment.
that.
Yeah, they actually have a lot of Castlevania music on Amazon Music. I think it's 540 songs, so that's pretty decent since they're all CD quality. It's kind of nuts. But yeah, since we're the main GigaBoots channel, it's a bit technical. I'm going to go ahead and get this out there for people who are curious about my opinions. The Wii Dual looks great. It has the correct aspect ratio. It works on TVs. It's nice. But what would have been better if, like, the DC HDMI, which is the HDMI mod for the Dreamcast, if it could output the image in a 1080p frame, so that way TVs didn't have to upscale it from a widescreen 480p signal. Luckily, sometime this year, the OSSC Pro will come out, which can take HDMI in. So you'll be able to take your GameCube HDMI dongles or your Wii Dual HDMI mod for the Wii, take it into the OSSC Pro, and then upscale it to a 1080p image so it looks sharper for your streams and on your TV. I think this is a pretty solid product. It's always good to have digital audio, because for anyone who does retro gaming stuff, they know consoles can clip, consoles can have really bad composite or component out and audio out. And this solves all that. I'm just glad to have a nice, simple solution for this. Also, Bob, I didn't tell you yet, but
what's up?
The composite transcoder for the OSSC came in, because retro gaming is full of weebs. The thing is called Koryu. So it's Koryu, maybe a second U. But yeah, basically we can record composite video signals now easily.
I'm not even going to complain, because when it's not that, it's something insane like triple bypass, which don't name your tech thing that, please.
Bob's like,
God.
Bob's like, I'm okay with the weeb name. Just why the fuck would you name your RGB amp the triple bypass, which is a Genesis mod for anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about. They named the fucking thing triple bypass. Bob, which is more confusing, that or getting the mini Mega for your Mega Drive and your Mega SD for your Sega CD on your Sega Genesis,
These people
which
need
is
to
a
be
Mega
stopped.
which is a Mega SG.
Stop.
It's the worst.
It's all really bad. Just don't name things after medical procedures, please.
One of these fucking companies, I think it was I can't remember the name right now, but the people who made the Super SD System 3 and the Mega SD made a joke about how come we have to change our name from Mega SD just because Analog made a Genesis replacement called the Mega SG. I'm like, because it's name recognition, and it's frustrating to talk about your shit because everyone's eyes glaze over when they hear shit that sounds that similar. That's why. Fucking jackass.
Stop acknowledging the Mega Drive. It's the Genesis. Don't even pretend.
Oh, you're right. Only America exists.
That's right.
I'm a real American.
Try and stop us.
You can't.
Whatever. Europe freaking had it at 50 hertz. It's not a real system. So we're really just competing with Japan.
What's that? You run a 6 slower? Sounds like you're stupid.
And we're the only ones that sold any of it.
But yeah, that's all I've been playing over the last week. Hey, Bob, what have you been playing?
I tried to jump back into Ys Memories of Celceta on my Vita, a game. My last save was from 2014.
Oh god, that was 6 years ago.
Yes.
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 I've been.
Shut up.
That tweet from Vox was really good.
I'm surprisingly I'm remembering enough about the plot to be able to follow it, but I don't really like the structure of this one at all. At least not from the midpoint where I'm wrapping it, because it's like I'm 9 hours into the game already, and I'm doing weird town quests where they want me to run around town finding random objects and talking to kids. I'm like, this is filler. Ys game shouldn't have any filler. No.
I don't remember this at all. But that game's also like 60 hours long.
Ugh. I don't.
What's up, Bob?
This, please. I just came from Ease.
It's like
Oh,
it's like you sprayed repellent on Bob.
Yeah. As soon as E7 came out, that game is 15 hours long. Except it's not. It's 30 because they said you have to do it twice. Then Celceta came out, and I think it's like 50. It's pretty long. I remember being like, Jesus fucking Christ, end already. By the time I got to the end, then East 8 is a similar length, but it has basically no filler, so it's fine.
Okay. Because I can deal with it if it's not just a ton of filler. Also, this game runs terribly on the Vita.
It sure
Oh
does.
no!
Something runs terribly on the Vita, Bob.
I know.
Please.
It's unheard of. But it fooled me because it's like, oh, I'm in town and it's running fine. It's absolutely fine. Then I go into the field and 2 enemies appear and the thing drops down to like half frame rate.
Well, Bob, I'll have you know that I've analyzed the NGP specs very thoroughly, and I'll have you know that it is more than capable of running that game, and it's definitely the developer's fault.
That game's actually coming to PS4 in March, apparently.
Yes.
So I might pick that up on there.
It'll run.
Or I might just say screw it and skip right to 8. Because as much as I'm into the story, this filler is bad.
As the person whose goal has been to play through every Ease for about 6-7 years now, watching literally you and Vox doing it while I'm busy doing shit's killing me.
Well, it's all right, Dan.
You can either play Celceta or E7, not both. And I suggest Celceta.
Wait, what? How do those replace each other?
They're not the same story. It's just that you will want to blow your own brains out if you try to play both.
Oh,
They're so similar.
Also, since we're talking about Ease, it's important that we talk about this thing that cracks me and Bob up so that way they understand why we do this. So, Ease, to get the audio CD version, the really high quality CD version for the Turbo Graphics back in the day, you had to have the Turbo Graphics CD add-on. Well, that same company I was talking about a moment ago made the mod we use for the Turbo Graphics called the Super SD System 3, where it takes an SD card and it can play TurboGrafx CD games. The problem was they engineered it incorrectly, so the audio was blown out. So if you play Ease 1, the intro goes, Ease, a peaceful world. And me and Bob have been losing it since.
Ancient Ease.
Ancient Ease.
That opening's raw, though. Imagine seeing that in 1989 or whenever that came out. Your fucking dick could be blown off.
Exactly. Like, every time somebody's like, the CD attachment costs $400, and I'm like, yeah, but that shit was like in 1990. Like, that would have blown my fucking mind as a kid.
Yeah, no, it's literal magic at that point.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, and not to sound weird and nostalgic, it kind of still is really magic to see a game that is clearly that old, but has that insanely high quality, like, audio and video. It's really nice looking. But yeah, that shit was in 1990 in the States. What was that?
Yeah, there's just something that pokes your brain about seeing, like, Super Nintendo or lower fidelity with CD music.
Yes. Oh man, and if I'm not mistaken, that release may have had music by Yuzo Koshiro. I cannot remember who did the music for the CD version of 1 and 2, because Yuzo is involved in early Ease. Ease releases are so confusing. Even though Vox literally tweeted at me after last Big Think exactly how it worked, my brain went, nope, I absorbed none of it, not one bit. We need to play the PC Engine version of Ease on a stream, Bob.
We do.
We need to do that.
I keep seeing things that are on the PC Engine that I haven't played yet, and I really want to play, and I'm upset.
I like.
Then later you can play the remakes that have entirely redone bosses that are raw.
Yes, absolutely.
Oh.
That's the dream. Ease is Vox is doing a lot of this Ease stuff over on her channel. So if you don't follow her, check her out. She's twitch.tv/Voxandra, VOXANDRA. Anyway, when I explained to people that we literally bought the TurboGrafx so we could play Rondo of Blood for last year's Castlemania, and that we haven't done any other content with it that was meaningful.
We did that one stream.
We did one retro roulette where we found out one of the controllers didn't work.
China Warrior's still raw.
That photography game.
Yes, that photography game was unfucking real. Also, man, China Warrior. We need to do a China Warrior stream. Yes. Whenever we need to find a way to just cut out a stream day where we're just playing whatever, you know?
Yeah,
because we have so many cool ideas for Friday shows that it's hard for us to just choose to stream random shit, you know?
Yeah.
Like we can do something like 8 or 9 retro roulettes nowadays. Something like that. So it's really hard to be like, no, none of that. I'm playing China Warrior.
I need to beat it. I don't know why, but I need to beat this game.
This is important to me.
The brain spiders are rough.
The sprite's so big. This is the best game I've ever played. You know what? No one in the audience knows what the fuck China Warrior is, basically. So I'm just gonna post a picture for KZ to cut into the video, because it's important. It's important that they fucking see this huge ass sprite. They're like, it's so much more powerful than the NES. Dude's fucking huge.
I hate this because then I have to look up at the previous thing, and there's just so much going on this episode.
There's a lot of things posted.
I see he's fighting Hideki Kamiya.
I think he's just supposed to be the guy from Commando, like the boss of that movie.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
Bennett.
I just look at him and I was like, that's like if someone shaved the hair off my biological father and he was more in shape back then. That's what he looks like. It's just killing me. I mean, seriously, you can look at that mustache and be like, Dan has that mustache.
Yeah.
You know what? That's me after Gamer Gone Ripped when I shaved my head.
Yes.
Yes.
The other game I've been playing though, I've got back to the Judgment.
Oh, okay, yeah, Judgment.
The Yakuza spin-off game.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you mean Judge Eyes?
Yes, Judge Eyes. Judge Ice.
Make mine Judge Ice.
Chew it.
Actually, we have giant whiskey ice cubes now. If I tried to chew it, I would break my teeth.
Oh fuck! I need to get a whiskey cube tray.
Oh, I have a thing on Amazon that I bought. It's really helpful. Here, I'll link that to you while Bob talks about Judgment.
So far I'm finding the story really interesting, but I really don't like any of the mini games they've added. Like the one they keep having you do.
The trailing one is bad.
I can even get over the trailing one. I've only had to do it like twice so far, but the one where you have to look through a room and find objects like in first person and zoom in on them.
It's so stupid.
It's the dumbest thing ever. It's like
it's raw though. It's raw though because in every single one there's a hidden cat.
Yeah, the hidden cat's the only redeeming factor of these.
Correct.
and every single time you find him, he goes, "Hey, a cat."
Yeah, he's like, "Hey,
a cat."
What?
You're interesting me.
I'm like, Bob, how is this a stray cat? And Bob goes, it's just barely outdoors. I was like, oh my god. Because it looked for all intents and
indoors.
Purposes. Are you serious? That's not a stray cat then.
Could be a stray. Dude doesn't know. He didn't check with the owner. The owner's the Yakuza.
The owner's just standing there. He's like, this isn't my cat. And then we're like, ooh, stray cat.
But yeah, they literally just did the one where you have to find a safe and find safe codes for the safe. But to even be able to enter the safe codes in the safe, you need to find a note saying that the key might be in the safe. And it's like,
yep. I remember exactly that. It was It's easily the dumbest part of the game.
Yeah, I was wandering around that room for at least 5 or 10 minutes, just zooming on literally everything. I was just upset.
And this is the one that got a dub.
Yes, this is the one that got the dub, which made me more excited to play it. And it also doesn't involve like any of the characters from the regular series so far.
So far.
I don't think any of them are in it at all.
Oh, wow.
I'm trying to remember.
It makes it more approachable for someone who hasn't touched the series since 2.
But yeah, look at these ice cubes. They're 2 inches.
Those are pretty big ice cubes.
They're fucking huge. It's great.
But yeah, the combat's also a little weird feeling. Like, it seems like it's really cool that they went with this, like, kung fu style.
Mm-hmm.
but all the animations are like, there's just a ton of superfluous ones before and after attack, so you end up stuck in animations, not able to block or anything because he's doing some cool pose. And it's strange. I'm like, maybe leveling up your abilities eventually fixes this? I'm not sure. Whereas the other Yakuza games, like Kazuya, right? No.
Kazuma Kiryu?
Kiryu, yes.
Yeah.
He has a much more just brawler style, so his hits are very just plain but effective, and you can block easily after them and dodge. So it's strange to see them go this angle, and I was hoping it would feel better. But again, maybe leveling up will fix it.
You do get some insane stuff when you're leveling up, like the ability to charge the Tiger Styles hits. Eventually, you're just only going to want to use Tiger Style, which I think is one of the parts that is less good.
Yeah,
it can do so much damage so fast.
I was seeing that even early in the game. I was like, why would I want to use the other one? It's kind of neat being able to hit more people, but if it takes longer to kill anyone, it's better to just do the Tiger Style and attack one at a time. Yeah, it's weird, but again, the story is interesting enough for me to keep going for now, at least until something else comes out.
Be sure to do all the side cases so you can fight the secret boss that makes the frame rate go down to 4.
Impressive.
Good lord.
Dan, the next game I'm looking
He's literally Ikaruga.
What?
He shoots blue and red lasers at you, and if you're the wrong color, you eat shit.
That's insane.
That sounds really funny. I need to try this.
Bob, what's the next game you're looking forward to?
I mean, the Bayonetta Vanquish collection comes out next week.
Yeah.
So that. And also next week is Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition. And then just shortly after that, the next actual new game I'm excited for is Grand Blue.
Yeah.
March 3rd.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm very excited for Dreams.
Yeah, Dreams should be cool.
Which we should have done our first live stream of that last Friday, but we'll see how that goes.
Right.
KZ, what have you been playing over the last week?
I was jumping into Trails of Cold Steel, which I started a Let's Play of as of the day we started recording this, at least. And made good progress. Too much progress, apparently, because now I'm sick. I've been infected with this horrible virus that's attempting to kill me.
Oh. I knew I was wise to stay away from that series.
You know what? You're right.
KZ's just weak. I haven't been sick in 15 years. It made me stronger.
It's like the infected version of Ease.
You know what? You're right. That game is very funny because I was playing the previous entries that were much older. Then I jumped to this one, and I saw the jump from we're making this as anime as possible in the first 25 minutes, and went, yeah, you sure are getting the anime money in this. Main character falls on girls' breasts.
Which is nothing like anything else in the game. It's fucking bizarre.
I was like, really? Is this where we're going?
Yeah, don't they know that they need to have the main character fall down a cliff and stand up dramatically as music plays?
There's some stuff like that in this series.
It definitely is yet another entry in that series in which I believe so far I'm on chapter 3. I believe there have been 4 people who have implied or have shown visual indicators that, yes, they are indeed holding back their true power.
Yes!
And every time it happens, I go, yeah, we're doing this shit again. It might start annoying me because at least 2 of them are from my main party.
Don't worry, it'll make sense. Well, I'll have to ask you.
Yes.
Is it or is it not Code Geass? That's what you'll have to answer, but only when you finish the first game, because that's when you'll truly be equipped to know.
That will determine whether or not the game's good or not. If it's Code Geass.
Do they bake a pizza? That's the only thing you have to find out, KZ.
No, but there's a little mercenary girl who whisks really furiously.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was good. I had to gift that.
It featured KZ. How hard did you laugh? I forget the order, whether it's guys first or girls first. Where but
It's
of where
girls first.
it shows the girls in home ec and then hard cuts to the dudes in computer science.
You see, that I didn't even think of that as funny or not. But now that you point out the contrast, yeah.
It's explicitly the girls take home ec and the boys take computer science. They didn't pick. The school does it. And then later, and then like 2 games later, when societal progress happens, the computer science classes are intersex.
I'm having an okay time with it so far. There's not too much for me to say about it. It's standard RPG, the same general structure. Go to new areas, take care of a bunch of side quests before you do the main quest, because all the side quests in this are time sensitive. So if you end up doing the main stuff first, it just kills off those quests and you'll lose out on rewards and stuff. I've been having a good time, but I need to dig more into it when I'm not dead. So that's pretty much my week.
Okay. Regale me with your tales of gaming.
In a bizarre twist, I played the Master System version of Sonic the Hedgehog.
I can't fucking do this. That's my job. Okay.
Playing weird old games?
Playing Master System Sonic.
The Master System version of Sonic the Hedgehog is absolutely a Dan Video Games thing.
Well, here's the thing. I was given a Sega Mini.
Okay.
A Genesis Mini. I hacked it and put Master System games and Genesis games on it.
Okay.
With whatever new thing. And I'm like, the one Game Gear game that I remember beating when I had a Game Gear when I was like 5 was Sonic, and was Sonic the Hedgehog on the Game Gear. And I know that that's just a port of the Master System version. So I decided I'm going to play it and see what I think about it in 2020, 29 years after it came out. Surprisingly good. Also, it's not exactly the same. It has a different final boss, which I didn't expect.
I like the part where it rips off the Full House theme. That's pretty cool. Yuzo Koshiro is a fucking legend.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll post the link for the people on this podcast.
Surprisingly better than what you would think. And I remember not liking, at some point I went and played previous, as an adult, but before this I went and played Sonic Chaos and Sonic the Hedgehog 2 on Master System. I don't remember liking those at all. So maybe I'll try them at some point. But I was surprised at how well it held up, even though it doesn't really resemble a Sonic game at all in how it plays.
Yeah, it doesn't have the right physics, but it's interesting at very least. The good thing is that analog console, the Mega SG, actually lets us play Master System games no problem. Unless you try to use the cartridge adapter, in which case apparently causes problems. Hey, Bob.
Hey, Dan.
Isn't that fancy?
That's pretty fancy. God, I'm sorry. I'm being blown away by... Apparently, they showed what Carbuncle looks like in the Final Fantasy VII Remake, and he's got like a gigantic brain.
He has a giant brain.
What the fuck is that?
But I have to talk about something else other than Sonic, because
oh, thank God,
I finished Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc after a 7-hour death march that I expected would be like 5.
Oh my God!
I did not expect it to be 7 hours long.
I'm so afraid you would have one of these happen to you.
Where I'm like, okay, they say I can finish it. They say it won't be.
Those motherfuckers are evil. They always do that.
So, Danganronpa is a good game, despite the last 2 hours really trying to make me not think that.
Oh no! Does it go vanilla sky?
What? No, the big thing is. Okay, I'll just explain the conceit of the game real quick. You are a simp. You are Makoto Negi, who is a simp. And after your 15-minute long monologue about how average you are, you reveal you're getting to go to Hope's Peak Academy, a school in Japan where all the students who are the best at something go. and they're given titles like the ultimate baseball player, and literally every single region other than America, it is translated as super high school level, and it's ultimate in America because Nisa has brainworms. But because he won a lottery to get in, so he is the ultimate lucky student. So he shows up there and immediately gets drugged. And when he wakes up, all the entrances are sealed. There's a giant blast door over the front door. He cannot get out. And he meets the other 15 students, and then a bear shows up, a robotic bear that is black and white, and his name is Monokuma. And he says, yeah, you have to live here forever now, unless you graduate. You can't leave unless you graduate. And then somebody says, well, how the fuck do we graduate? He says, you have to kill somebody and get away with it. If you kill somebody and get away with it, you get to leave, and I kill everybody else. But if they figure out you did it, I kill you. And then the game starts. And you know, other stuff happens over the course of the game, obviously. But I really enjoyed it. I think it's very similar to Ace Attorney. Like, the game has a pretty consistent structure through the game. You hang out with people, some minor advancement happens to the overall plot. You find a body of somebody. You get to investigate their murder. Then you go do the class trial, which is sort of like Ace Attorney, except there's not a judge or jury or a prosecutor or defense. It's just everybody yelling.
Yeah.
In fact, this game's version of testimony is called non-stop debate, which is just everybody yelling.
That's
and they
great.
stand in a circle. It kind of dodges some of the problems that Ace Attorney has, because I feel like in every Ace Attorney game, at least in the two I finished, which is the first one, and Dual Destinies, which is bad. There's the moment where you have conclusively proven that your client could not have committed this murder. Fuck you, find the culprit. And this doesn't have that problem because your goal is to find the culprit. It also mostly dodges the Ace Attorney thing that happens constantly in those games where it's like, no, you got ahead of the game. I'm sorry, you can't approach that line of questioning yet. You have to approach this other one that's dumb.
I don't know. That sounds like case closed to me.
I'm afraid to ask something about it.
Because you don't want it spoiled.
Go ahead.
Right, I don't
Go ahead,
want to
Bob.
spoil it.
If it's a spoiler, I just won't answer it. So go ahead and ask.
Okay. Is the main conceit of the game actually you did it, but you as a player who don't know? Oh, thank God, because that would ruin it.
Bob, what's wrong with Stephen King novels?
I think we've been over
But
that
it's very,
enough.
but it's very interesting that Dan brought up Case Closed because the climax of every trial is a direct Detective Conan reference.
Yes,
It is.
Because at the end of every trial, you do what is called climax interference, which I think they mistranslated, and it was supposed to be climax inference, where your protagonist goes into the big think dimension and has to piece together the events in a manga, and in the manga, you piece together the sequence of events, exactly what happened from start to finish of the murder. Like how they covered it up and what made them start it and their whole, and how they convinced the victim to go to this place and all that. And while you're piecing it together, the culprit is the suspect from Detective Conan.
that's good.
And then when you finish it, it like fades in details over them and they turn into the culprit.
That's cool. I like that a lot.
Those things become so elaborate that I let's play at all of these, so I end up getting video length stuff into my head. One of the last ones in the final game that they put out is like 16 or 17 minutes of them explaining the manga you made. Because there's so many layers to it. It's absurd.
I like most of the mini games because all the trial segment is basically all mini games. Like, it's not like Ace Attorney where I'll press them for more information on this statement. Is there a contradiction? Let me look through my evidence. It goes,
Present
okay,
the
here's the
attorney's
nonstop.
badge.
Here's the nonstop debate. People are just gonna yell shit. Sometimes the shit they yell is yellow, and if it's yellow, you might be able to shoot it with a truth bullet. And you have to aim your crosshairs on it and pull the trigger to shoot the truth bullet. And sometimes they give you like 6 truth bullets, and you have to select the right one. And then you have Hangman's Gambit, which is just you play Hangman in order, and it's very bad, and they never remove it.
It's so bad.
Jesus.
And then you have bullet time battles, which are literally just you're trying to say something to somebody and they're covering their ears, going nah 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 over and over, and it's a weird rhythm game. Right. That one is funny, but it's also kind of bad. Overall, I like the mechanics. It's more engaging to me than Ace Attorney, which always kind of feels like it's dragging. The problem with the ending, and I won't use spoilers, not the ending itself. The ending itself is very good. But the last 2 hours of the game, it just carpet bombs you with exposition you already figured out with any additional detail that you didn't figure out. Because there's no additional detail.
Oh, it's Death Stranding. Got it.
You figured this shit out 5 hours ago. I'm going to carpet bomb you with it. Also, it said the mastermind unmasks themselves. And they are the most annoying character I have ever seen.
Boo. Boo.
That character sucks. And the entire last 2 hours hinges on whether or not you think they suck. And multiple people told me the point is that they suck. It's thematic. And to which I say, no, it isn't. They thought this character was funny. They pose like Dio sometimes.
That means they're a very likable person. They remind me of memes.
And it's worse because Monokuma is the villain up until then, and he's a fucking fantastic villain. He's one of my favorite villains in video games because I played with the dub because I can't react to Japanese voices. I can't react to funny reads. I wouldn't have gotten the incredible line, "Today I'm feeling black," if I was playing in Japanese.
You had to do it. I was still sick when I saw your clip of you putting that to Justin Trudeau, and I screamed and then started vomiting.
But Monokuma is fantastic. The Japanese thing, he sounds like Doraemon because he's like a mascot character. In this, he just sounds like Mickey Mouse. He's just evil Mickey Mouse.
Yeah, they were saying that it might have been more appropriate, perhaps, to do like a Winnie the Pooh, but Mickey Mouse,
this
is more
was perfect.
Identical. Yeah,
the dub is really strong overall. It has Erin Fitzgerald voice as a character in this. She is Chie in Persona 4 Golden, the Vita version.
Mm-hmm.
They must have just told her, be a crackhead.
Yes.
That character radiates the most powerful crackhead energy I have ever seen in a dub performance. Sometimes she laughs and sounds like Dylan.
What are you trying to say about Dylan?
Crack.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, that's all I have to say. I liked it despite it stumbling in the last 2 hours. The very end of it was good, though. It plays the intro theme as like an anime opening over the finale. It's very Kino.
Oh, that sounds pretty Kino. You know what else is Kino?
Podlords.
The Podlords.
Oh, man, those guys.
Podlords such as Danny Richardson, E. Lee Broyles, Texas Man joins Smash, Corey Brown, Dank, Mormons, Red Blaze 27, Keyblade Master Jucifer, Suzu Shiro, Emperor Zero, Mitzi.
Oh no.
He knows the cue. Keep your hands off of Shiba Yagato. God, the picture makes it. It's really good. Watching both Sonic movies with your gamer girl or boy on Valentine's Day. Extreme Gex 3, you cowards.
I agree. I'll be there with you.
Lady Popcorn. Milo Pokemon's Burning Man crush on dead video games.
Oh,
Oh, reversible.
Eh, how requited. What the fuck is this? What is this?
Oh no.
The world's most laughable Busey stand.
What?
Oh, it's the Disco Elysium protagonist.
God.
It's a reference to the achievement, the world's most laughable centrist you can get.
God. That cheesy feline bastard, Mozzarella. 101 Shades of Wonderful Remastered. WTF, Spider-Man. Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th Podlord. Watch out for her. Mr. I Like Bacon. Or maybe I've been reading it wrong this whole time, and it's Mr. Elekabakon. Because it's all one word.
Oh man, what if it is that?
It might be.
Oh no.
The picture doesn't give me
I
any
read
more
that
context
for my
clues.
credits too. I'm fucked.
Mrlekaberker. Renegade and Clout Strife. Thank you very much to our Podlords.
That's
Thank
a good name.
Podlord.
Thank you, Podlord.
Thank you, Podlords.
Thank you, Podlord.
Now, Dan, you didn't have a food story. Before we get into news, there is a food story I can talk about, though. I learned of something today.
Oh, I'm concerned.
Previously on this podcast, Dan and I had voiced our love for the Honeycrisp apple,
Yes.
a very delicious cultivation of apple. Sweet Tango, also very good.
Yeah, Sweet Tango's a good standby, but up until now, the Honeycrisp.
There is
Has been
now
peaked.
there is an upgrade to the Honeycrisp called the Cosmic Crisp.
Are you telling me apples just went Super Saiyan, got Super Saiyan?
Yes, because it does not oxidize if you cut it open and leave it. It does not brown, and it has a shelf life of a year.
What?
Excuse me? Is this a food anime? That's not real life. You stop that.
It was bred for great endurance and greater taste,
I'm losing it right now.
and it is expected to dominate the apple market in
Of
just
course.
a few years.
Of course. If it has a shelf life that long, you bet your ass it's going to dominate if it tastes anywhere near as good as a Honeycrisp.
That's insane.
Oh, its hybrid parentage is the Honeycrisp plus Enterprise, which was, a type of apple that is not as popular because it's not as tasty. Basically, one of those gave it the taste and the other one gave it the endurance.
A year-long shelf life.
That's fucked up.
Such power.
We're going to have to review apples on GigaBoots Eats. That's fucking weird. We're going to get aggro on and he's going to be like, Red Delicious is the only good apple.
Casey has bad taste in apples.
Well, you did say the Red Delicious was good, so yes. My mom got one of these, and she said it's weird. I ate it, and I brought the core home to throw in our compost pile, and it didn't turn brown. It was 6 hours later.
That's kind of fucked up.
Jesus Christ. What is this, a super apple? And apparently it is.
This is a Honeycrisp, and this is what it means to go further. Yeah! Oh my god, he's going Cosmic Crisp! Also, Cosmic Crisp sounds like it might be a stand. Am I the only one who's...
I thought it was cereal, but
Yeah.
yeah, stand as well.
Yeah, cereal is what it sounds like.
This is fucking ridiculous. Anyway, I'm going to have to try that. Thank you for the apple heads up, Mr. Feel. I heard you guys like gaming news.
Yeah.
Thing, we have a bunch of it.
Yeah, we do.
Oh,
So I'm gonna-
let's
I'm going to bust through mine.
not kill me.
Let's see. Okay, so I assume most people are aware of 20XX, the game we gave a chance. That was a Mega Man fan game. It's getting a sequel. Bob,
Yeah.
you should click that trailer just to look at an image. The art looks much more like something you would put in a thing you sell.
Yeah, no, I checked that out while you
Yeah,
were
it does.
way earlier.
Yeah.
It looks like
I believe
it doesn't look like a Flash
Bob,
game
like,
anymore.
hey, look, they hired a good artist, I think is something you said.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's important that your game should look like not a Flash game. So that's cool, and also has local co-op. So I'm interested in that.
I was like, it has pixel art?
What?
Pretty good looking pixel art.
Right?
So that's cool.
I'm also I also like to play as a Zero-like character in a game that I presume will feel good and not have a tiny screen and be written by Inti Creates.
So
Yeah,
when's your next run of Mighty Number 9 raid mode?
God, that collection of Zero games is soon, isn't it?
very soon.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And there's some weird expectation that we're gonna play it.
Ugh.
Have
That's
fun.
cute.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have so much fun. Late breaking news: the Stadia has 5 fucking new games coming to it.
Wow.
Good.
Can you believe it? 5 games, and I'm excited to announce them. Lost Words Beyond the Page is going to be a Stadia first. It is exclusive to the Stadia at launch. It's an indie game. We don't have a date. I feel like that's kind of important when you only announce 5 games that you have a date. Panzer Dragoon Remake has been announced for the Stadia. There's no date there either, but that game was already
Do
announced.
you even have a date for that in general?
I think it was supposed to come out last year and it got delayed, but I could be wrong.
It's not going to be like exclusive to Stadia.
No,
Okay.
this is just
No
we have
fucking
any
way.
games.
We're alive.
Yeah,
We
this
paid
is
$40 million for this.
yeah, Bob. This is finally them clapping back for all the shit they got on not having any games. They announced 5.
This is hilarious.
It's
None of these are even big.
It's
Even to
so
the least.
embarrassing.
Megatons, Bob.
Serious Sam collection.
Wow.
An indie game that looks like a fucking nightmare called Stack on Stacks. It's going to be Stack on Stacks, parentheses on Stacks. And it is going
this
to be
fucking sucks.
it's going to be a Stadia exclusive.
They're so fucked, dude.
Oh, people, you should all be thrilled. I'm posting a picture. KZ, I'm sorry to ask you to do this more than once for a fucking podcast, but these people need to see this,
This
haunting,
is the most we've had
haunting
recently.
the fucking thumbnail.
It
Look
is.
at that.
My God. Oh my god.
That is deeply
Yeah, it's
horrifying.
not great looking. I don't think any of these are out yet.
No, none of these are out. They're just announcing that they are going to get games, and this is what they're coming out with.
Promise. We promise.
We have one more game. It's called Spitlings, and
my God.
it's also a launch exclusive for Stadia.
More than Xbox One X, Series X?
Yeah, maybe. This
Sorry to
is
remind you of that.
well, who knows? Maybe they'll pay for timed exclusivity on third-party content. They're just not going to make their own.
I mean, yeah, sure. They may not have their own exclusive games.
Oh, they'll do that, Dan, but it'll be exclusive to
Yeah.
Xbox One X, Xbox One, and Xbox Series X.
True.
They're not going to pay for it and only put it on the Series X. That'd be a waste. They'll just ruin it.
So they announced 5 games. 5 games. We've got 2 that are, one's a remake of an old game, and the other one is a collection of old games.
It was like, what the newest Serious Sam game?
And then it's 3 indie games.
I think they're making 4 right now.
Yeah, they're working on a new
Yeah, I
one.
think it's just 3.
I believe while playing Jedi Fallen Order, I was listening to an Ars Technica War Stories with the people who made Serious Sam, the first one. It was very interesting. That's a good video. Go look it up if you're interested. This announcement is embarrassing. It's 5 fucking games, and they're all basically nothing. It's a fucking shame. I'm gonna check it out because, as I didn't go over in the beginning bit, I installed the full frame adapter in our camera, so it's a much wider field of view on our wide-angle lens. That's right, guys. I can finally stream 4K Stadia by filming our TV.
Serious Sam 4 has a subtitle, and no subtitle has ever made me feel greater fear.
What?
Serious Sam 4, Planet Badass.
Yeah, that's totally them. That's from the studio that has the enemies where it's just the headless dudes with bombs on their hands screaming at you.
Yes.
No, that's good. This has the stink of Borderlands on it.
I mean,
I was thinking of the Angry Joe Badass stamp.
the word badass really had a bit of a stink there for a while of try hard, but maybe this will be fine.
Badimp wearing the badass glasses.
We also got a new launch trailer for Sakura Wars, or launch date announcement trailer. It's coming out on April 28th in the States.
Yeah, they confirmed
Neat.
there won't be a
Sadly-
dub or anything.
Oh, there will
Not
dub.
be a dub. Somebody from Sega has been like, the higher ups are treating this like Yakuza 0. If this does okay, the next one will have a dub.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy it. I want to support that. I hope that the game runs.
I mean, if it's like the old ones, I imagine it'll be like 5 hours of bad action gameplay and then 35 hours of visual novel.
Probably.
One last bit of news from me. What was it? The Grandia Saturn translation. That's done now and everything. So
Oh, nice.
people can check that out. The most recent official update status from the forum for it says, they fixed a bunch of voice synchronization issues and other stuff like that. And,
I forget were they literally
I
bolting
wish,
on the English dub?
I'm not sure. I haven't checked it out. I'm pretty sure that's what's happening, but I'm not positive.
It's sure a shame that Gung Ho just fucking lied when they said that they were going to combine the PlayStation and Saturn versions of that game.
Yeah, no.
Yes, that's infuriating.
Everything Gung Ho has done with Grandia has been very infuriating.
Yeah. But yeah, it's really cool. Seems like someone in the retro community is also making a proper optical disc emulator that isn't made by a crazy person who sells 10 every year and screams at anyone who's upset they didn't get one. Because the current guy is that
100% compatibility.
I remember the last time I made a PSIO 100% compatibility joke on Twitter, and someone was like, they never said 100%. And I'm like, you're right, they said, and then I showed them the picture where they said 99.9. They're like, whatever, man, he fixed it, so it's a lot more compatible now. And I'm like, yeah, and that's great. Now, that isn't what it was before. Anyway, so that's all cool. Also, the company that's working on the mod for the PS1 to let it do HDMI out put up a YouTube video. Problem, it's a YouTube video. It tells me nothing about your video quality. Unless you upscale it to 4K, it just looks like dog shit, man. Come on. Oh, and Analog, just to fuck with me, sold the cartridge adapter so you could hook Game Gear and Master System games into your Mega SG for what was approximately 20 minutes and sold out.
Oh, no.
So...
These retro guys, man.
I know, it's a fucking nightmare dimension. Not the least of which was I stayed up until 9 a.m. to pre-order a GC loader, which is the optical disc emulator for the fucking
we talked
GameCube.
this morning.
It involved, 35 minutes straight of refreshing a page trying to check out because his website was getting slammed because...
Just showed me the page where it's like, if you're the administrator of this website.
Yeah, it was literally like, congratulations,
fucked up.
you've installed Apache. I'm like, oh god. This level of eating shit is not something I've seen before. But we got one of those ordered. So hopefully sometime soon we can replace the bum. Because yeah, our disk drive in our GameCube's pretty bad. Because Wave Race doesn't work on it, but it works on the Wii. The GameCube one, that is, Wave Race Blue Storm. So we're glad we're going to be able to replace the disk drive with this, because as it currently stands, it's already failing on games that are fine. If you go and pre-order it now, the GC loader, you get put on a waiting list, basically, which is fine as well. I just hate having a ton of loose strings, so I wanted to get it early on. Phil, I assume you typed this news into my section?
Yes.
Yeah.
What is the deal with this?
Polygon put out a list, the best 12 Sonic games ranked, and it's a fucking nightmare dimension.
I don't want to hear anything else.
All you have to hear is that the BioWare DS RPG is number 6.
Sonic Chronicles.
Also, Sonic Heroes is in the top 10.
Raw.
I would like to remind everyone that there's a cover of the Sonic 3 boss Big Arm that is so bad in that BioWare RPG that no one can recognize it. Like only people who really are into music and Sonic can go, wait, they just took the instruments and fucked it completely. It's so bad. Ugh. Is this it? Oh yeah, there we go. I'm just gonna post that for you guys to listen to. The name of the theme, by the way, is Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood - Nocturne. That is the cover of Big Arm's theme. It is so fucking rough. That is
every single song in this is the worst song I've ever heard in my entire life.
Yes, it's true. This shit sounds like, hey, I know how to make songs in MIDI for my click and create game, and then someone looks at them and says, no, you don't.
That's insane.
Thing I heard, and no idea if it was ever true, is that they made all these versions for placeholders and forgot to switch them out before the game shipped.
I would believe that.
This sounds worse than that Resident Evil 1 DualShock Edition basement theme.
Yeah, it's worse than the director's cut of Resident Evil 1. That's how bad this is.
Oh my god.
It's unreal. As I said, I was not being hyperbolistic. People do not realize this song is supposed to be a cover of Big Arm's theme until you tell them. That's when you know you've done a terrible job. Anyway, let's see. KZ got his big brain news out of the way.
Yeah, we ended up getting some new Final Fantasy VII Remake stuff today.
Mm-hmm.
They showed off some new screenshots of combat, showing off that you'll have multiple different side quests you can do throughout each chapter in the game. Some of it's like mercenary stuff. Some of it seems to be like fetch questy type stuff. You get various items for it. This is the first time they've actually shown stuff that isn't just linear set piece stuff in the game. So I'm happy they finally showed that off. And also, they showed off the pre-order summons. And they include a Chocobo chick, which I guess has Cloud's hair.
What?
Good.
I guess that's what that's supposed to be.
Wow, yeah, I don't know, man.
And
it's just a mess.
We get Carbuncle, and it's the greatest Final Fantasy summon of all time.
What is
Because
with this
like that?
This game has a very strange art energy.
But except when it's time to make the Cactuar, because then they're like, we can't fuck this up.
Thank you.
I guess Carbuncle has kind of always had a head like that, but we've just never seen it in super fucking high fidelity.
Yeah, I guess that version, because then Final Fantasy 15 was like a weird cat thing.
Both the Chocobo and Carbuncle almost have I used a high-end engine to make a realistic-looking version of Blank, so I think we call that art direction, give this man a job.
Yeah, okay.
Because I don't know why they went with this, but that's what they did.
Wow.
What the heck? I don't even... What game is that Carbuncle from?
8.
Yeah, I was going to say
like Carbuncle wasn't in 7 at all.
See, that's what my seizure I've been having this whole time was about. I was like, I don't remember Carbuncle being in 7.
Yeah.
And I went through that whole game earlier last year, and I can't remember that. What the fuck?
Yeah, in 9, it's nothing like either of these.
Man.
Shout out to Final Fantasy 15's Carbuncle, which you received through one of their bad demos they did.
Yes.
And you get to name it and transfer it over to the main game.
Yeah.
However, it will only appear in the tutorial or if you die on easy mode. And it'll revive you.
Stop making me upset at Final Fantasy 15.
We have to escape. We have to escape this tomb.
But yes, it looked these are the pre-order summons that you get. And then they look neat. I'm excited for Cactuar.
Cactuar is always fantastic.
He's a wonderful lad.
Imagine if they put a hyper-realistic face on him. Somebody hire this cactuar. Bob, tell me some news that might involve katanas, because all three of your stories are that.
Oh my god!
I'm just looking at the cactuar and thinking of a Pogger's face on it. Thanks, Dan.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're gonna need to go on twitter.com and at everyone on Big Think Dimension your art of cactuar poggers.
But
I mean, to be fair, someone in the
Maybe
GigaBoots
I'll
Discord already made Miriam Poggers.
Oh,
Oh yeah, moggers.
so terrible.
Oh God. But my news stories,
Sure.
like
Katanas.
the final
This
announcement
week in
for
katanas.
Devil May Cry 3 Special Edition on the Switch. They're adding 2-player co-op, local co-op to the Bloody Palace mode. You get to play as Dante and Virgil.
Everyone look forward to that stream.
That'll be a lot of fun.
We are absolutely doing that.
Apparently, you get to choose 2 different save files, so you get to bring in your Dante from your Dante file and your Virgil from your Virgil file, and get them fully leveled up and stuff in those each game. So that'll be pretty exciting.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's crazy.
That's pretty cool.
I did not expect them to do this.
No.
This party's getting crazy.
This feature still isn't in Devil May Cry 5. I'm wondering about Devil May Cry 5 right now. Are these features coming over?
There's so many new features here that should go over there.
Yes. Other news, Katana Kami, A Way of the Samurai Story. That's the official name for the US. It comes to the West in the 20th. So, like, next week. This week when you're listening.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Who
Like
does
a week
this?
from now.
Who does this? Who is doing this right now? Fire them.
So I'm buying that. It's probably going to be bad.
No shit. Is that next Friday stream?
Fire them.
We run a gaming news podcast. That's the only reason we know. I don't expect anyone else to know.
Yeah, just sneaking it out. It's like,
Hey, we know about that fucking Xbox game that's coming to PC, I guess.
they didn't even translate the name at all. They're just like, just put it on the box. Add Way of the Samurai
Put
to the
that shit on the box.
game. Yes, literally.
This is nuts. What the
This is
fuck?
gonna sell 2 copies, and they're gonna be like, "Why?"
What happened?
What happened? I guess people just don't want this type of game over here.
Yeah, that is the Diablo-like Way of the Samurai spinoff, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's tempting.
Neo 2 has a last chance trial demo coming out on the 28th of February to the 1st of March. You don't get to transfer your save data, but you do get to transfer your character creation data. So you can fully use this to just be like, I'm going to stay here to obsessively make this character and transfer him for the full game.
Oh, cool.
I wonder if you get a fancy. They said if you get a fancy thing for beating it, like you did for the first game?
I think they did say they're doing that. I forget right now. I want to say that they.
I forget what you got. It was like a golden hat or something that was useless, but it's like you beat the fucking way too hard demo. Good job.
Yes. And this is what is it? It's got 3 missions. Yeah, I'm not sure if you get anything, but probably they're pretty good about doing that for the demos, like giving you something to make you feel cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's only a week and a half away from when this goes up.
right.
That's nuts.
So many things coming out really fast.
Yeah, that I think that the Katana Kami is coming out the same day as the Devil May Cry 3 port.
Jesus Christ. Feel? Yeah.
Activision Blizzard has said they have more remastered and reimagined games coming in 2020, which after Warcraft 3 can be taken as a threat.
I've never
This
heard a
knocked
car.
the wind out of me because it's exactly written like that, and it fucking killed me. What could they do?
That's nuts.
If you have any Blizzard game that you own that you want to preserve, tell the BattleNet client it's no longer allowed to touch the internet.
Oh, I was just thinking about the Activision side, not the Blizzard side. Ew.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely it. Because the Activision side is just going to keep remaking Call of Duty games. Because I guess that's all they have.
What if that's the next game?
What
Okay,
happens
who
about
cares?
Black Ops 5?
Blops 5. Code Vein sold over 1 million units. That's pretty good for a game that barely functions.
Good for them, I guess.
I look forward to buying the second game, being like, wow, this shit still isn't fucking polished, and then buying the third one also.
Yeah, I feel like they're going to get right into that method of, oh, well, it sold. Everything's fine. Which hit exactly good enough to sell.
Half-Life Alyx comes out March 23rd. It looks like a big, expensive... It looks like a very fully realized VR thing that 3 people in the world will be able to play.
Very excited. I mean, this is coming to like all VR headsets, isn't it?
I think it's just theirs. I think it's just Valve Index.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah, that's what I was hearing. Did you see in their like post showing off new screenshots that one of them in the corner you could see the error screen?
Oh damn. No, I didn't see that. Yes, it is only for the Valve Index, and apparently they're having supply problems, so it's sold out everywhere.
So it's only for the new version of their headset.
That's what it looks like. It is now being scalped for roughly 200% of its cost on eBay because they're having supply problems. Probably due to the health crisis.
Right.
You look at this screenshot, top left. You zoom in and look up, you can just barely see.
Oh yeah, I see it.
It's just error.
That looks like a texture didn't load, so it just puts error.
Thought that was funny.
A new Prince of Persia got announced.
What?
Oh, good! Finally.
What?
I don't believe you.
A new Prince of Persia got announced. It's a VR escape room.
What?
What?
God damn it!
What did he?
God.
What is 2020?
Prince of Persia: The Dagger of Time. It is a VR escape room.
God, I fucking it. That is a parody. That is a armchair devs pitch.
Yes, it is.
It's not even like a PS4 game. You have to go there. It's a physical location.
Yeah, it's a fucking escape room powered by VR, not a VR escape room. So that way anyone could fucking play it.
When the Splinter Cell one happening?
I mean, that sounds better.
Once the mobile game fails.
Wait. You're strapped into a fucking VR headset, sitting in a chair. It's a wicker chair where the bottom's been cut out. You've been stripped nude.
Oh no!
It's just whipping you in the balls over and over with a monkey snot or monkey fist. Why Splinter Cell 1?
In an improvement that I'm sure a content edition everybody I'm sure is very excited for. PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, PUBG is getting an 8 versus 8 deathmatch mode.
This is really what's going to bring this game back into vogue.
I'm only interested if they go team deathmatch. If they don't do that, then it's, who cares? I bought this game on a lark to do a joke video, so I own it.
Congrats.
Thanks.
I wonder if 8v8 can run on the Xbox.
No.
Probably not.
God. What a night.
It'll have to, though, because Microsoft has a gun to his head. Capcom has said, because you fixed our the net code of Street Fighter V on PC and we look real fucking bad, we'll also be fixing it.
Good.
Yeah, this really takes way too much.
Japanese companies need to care way more about netcode.
Yeah, I saw a lot of FGC people talking about it when it first came out, and they're like, I talked to actual devs who work with rollback and stuff like that. It would take them, if they put in full man hours, 2 weeks to get it implemented. So I guess they're taking that 2 weeks and putting it into Champion Edition.
Yeah, not make it to the Wraith of Champion, but coming out after sometime.
Yeah.
You're assuming that they're going to do something real big and cool. I was assuming they were just taking that fan patch somebody made and inserting it into this game.
Yeah, well, it's the whole fan patch thing is that they identified the problem in it, so they're just gonna do that, identify the problem in it.
Does Street Fighter V have rollback already?
Yeah, to some extent, but it's a less smooth and well integrated one. The problem here, as I understand it, is that it'll give rollback priority to one of the players over another one in a certain circumstances, so it'll give someone an input latency advantage if I'm reading and understanding this correctly based on tweets.
I think that's right. Yeah.
So that's fucked up, and I'm glad someone fixed it, and I'm upset that that's what it takes for Capcom, because it's not even that someone told them how to fix it. It's that someone told them how to fix it and fucking deployed it. That's when Capcom
And embarrassed
cared.
them.
Yes.
I've seen people say that Marvel Infinite had better netcode, but they never applied the better netcode to Street Fighter V.
I don't want to believe that, but it is probably true.
Like I'd seen multiple people saying they got the netcode better in that game, and then they just never applied any of it to that one.
Mr. Feel, I hear Kefka is coming to Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Yes! Finally!
Mark
Fine, we'll talk about Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball FighterZ Season 3 has been announced. It was announced at the finals in the previous weekend. Many system changes have happened, but first we'll talk about the new characters. Kefla, which is the fusion of kale and caulifla, which is probably the only good character from Super, not counting the two movies, because I think Beerus and Whis are good, but probably the only actually good character from Super, not the two characters that make up her, just the combination of the two.
Very specific.
What are you talking about? Jiren exists. He's raw.
She will be coming out on February 28th, and then Ultra Instinct Goku will be coming out in spring.
There will be 5 for that.
Yes.
There will be 5 characters total in season 3 that they showed. I'm assuming that before the 5th character comes out, we will get a trailer for another Dragon Ball movie, and then whatever villain that has will be a 6th slot. That's my guess.
That could be the 5th slot, though. We don't know.
I know, that's true, but it's the first one was set 6 and the second one was 6, and people found room for 6.
Would it be weird, like midway in, for them to say, "Surprise! The season pass gets more stuff"? Is that like a normal thing? I don't know.
I feel like that's happened.
I can't think of that happening, but
and nobody will ever bitch like your season pass now has more things.
Yeah,
I mean, they just did that with they announced Ultra Instinct Goku first, and then they're like, "Oh, but before that,
yeah."
Kefla.
In the reveal there was only 4 slots, and then one burst out in front of Goku.
okay.
Yeah. I did see that.
Also, a thing that makes me think there will be 6 is if there's only 5, the new character select screen will be asymmetrical.
It'll be ruined.
That didn't stop Smash Bros.
no."
It didn't stop fucking Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite either. That game's like forever now.
God.
God.
Yet another reason I like 3 more.
But Kefla looks very cool. KZ had a suggestion we should guess the 3 remaining slots. But before we do that, I'm going to throw something out and why I think it is not accurate. They found a voice clip in the fucking data.
Mm-hmm.
Voice clip for Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Gogeta, implying that Omega Shenron would be put in this game.
Yeah,
The
I heard
iconic
that.
Dragon Ball GT villain.
No, that's you.
I do
Casey,
not know-
you are thinking of Super 17. That is the actual
thinking of
iconic
none of
GT
them.
villain.
You are thinking of none of them.
No, I was thinking of General Rildo.
No, you weren't.
He would be better. He would be better than Omega Shenron.
No one's
Dr.
actually
Mew.
thinking of General Rildo.
Oh, he's stronger than Majin Buu.
I can say
that's dumb.
stuff too. Did you know
The main
Bob's
thing-
stronger than Majin Buu?
The main thing is because that's an insanely bizarre thing to put in the game. Let's just leave. And we've had stuff be leaked by data mines prior to this that was wrong. And they said there's more stuff happening in season 3, and I hope that because the voice clip sounds like a taunt, so I hope they're just adding taunts.
I think it was like something where he was referencing his shoulder.
Yes, he's
The
saying,
Omega-
"Could you hit me in the shoulder this time? I feel stiff," and that's a thing Gogeta says to Omega Shenron.
Oh, okay. I thought it was because Omega Shenron like gores Vegeta in the shoulder.
No, because they fuse into Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and can't be hurt. They're just fucking God.
Oh, okay. Because you can't expect me to remember dialogue from Dragon Ball GT.
Yeah, that's another reason I think it's ridiculous. Also, I don't think there's anywhere this would go. Like, I don't think there's unique intros or outros for characters yet. There's unique voices, clips in the beginning, but it makes no sense for that to be there, which is why I think it's a taunt. But the point is, we should guess who the 3 slots will be.
Yeah, sure. I got this. Here's my 3. 1, Omega Shenron. Absolutely. I'm sorry, everyone. It's happening.
I mean, he's in Budokai 3, and that scares me.
It's happening. 2, weirdly enough, Kid Krillin. It wasn't enough to have Kid Goku. We need Kid Krillin.
Hideki Kamiya.
Yes. And then 3, and see, the second one is to really throw you off their trail, but look, I'm sorry. It's Super 17. We're getting 2 GT reps.
We're getting 2 17s?
We're getting 2 17s and 2 GT reps here in the. It's. I'm sorry. I got all my Gokus and I got all my Brolys, and now I have to pay the price.
This is actually tough now. I was thinking about adding another Goku, but no, we can't. We can't do that. I think Lord Slug, because we need another movie rep, and Lord Slug's really cool.
No,
he's really not. He's like one of the worst.
I can't wait till we all give that movie like a 2.
Fine. Not Lord Slug then. Zarbon.
Yeah.
Zarbon would be fine. Zarbon has the fucking pile driver. That's raw.
Yes, they'll give him an install for his ugly transformation. Baby Vegeta.
If they have
He
to
looks-
pick someone from GT.
If they have to pick someone, you would probably pick the iconic Baby Vegeta.
yeah, of course.
You need to hide as much GT as you
gun
can.
to my head.
Mm-hmm. And then they will pick that really, really bad character from Dragon Ball Heroes and Xenoverse, where it's like the dude that's made up of every other character from the demon world. That
I think it's Mira.
Yeah, that guy.
Okay, so that is one of mine. I'm just going to say that now, and it's one of mine because spoilers, I don't think anybody gives a fuck, but if you care, skip ahead 10 seconds.
Spoilers in 3, 2, 1, go.
He's the secret boss in Kakarot.
What?
Oh,
What? Why? Why?
Also, telling
So
people they should skip 10 seconds ahead, but giving them not even 2 seconds to do that's insane.
He's the secret boss in Kakarot. I feel like the Xenoverse characters are getting so upgraded that they're going to be in the next anime. I'm scared.
Now you're making me scared.
I'm so
I think he
tired.
will be the last character, and I think they'll be like, come back for next gen when we make the 4K version of this game as a new iteration and do more DLC. Can fighters run in 4K already? Like maybe on Xbox One X?
It seems to run. I don't know. I have never done pixel peeping. All I know is it looks really clean on the PS4 Pro on this TV.
Yeah, when I looked at it, when I finally got 4K pass through, I went, this looks stupid.
Yeah, no, it looks really good. I wouldn't be surprised if it's already 4K.
I'm going to look it up right now.
You know what? I don't think we actually talked about this. Castlevania Netflix Season 3 has been announced.
oh yeah.
we did talk about this.
We
did
talked
talk
about that
this. We talked
last week?
last
Last week.
Okay. I
Okay.
wasn't sure if we did. Okay.
I guess I should list my characters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Super Saiyan God Goku, because of course we need one more.
good.
Android
red.
21 human.
You know, yeah.
Not just a costume. They'll just make a whole new character.
The whole new character. I'm sorry.
And her supers still have to involve eating stuff, right?
Please no.
So she just eats cake and gains back health
God.
because she's a
Yeah,
woman
she
in
just eats with
Toriyama
her ass.
property, so
Please,
she has to
no.
cook.
That'd be fun. That'd be funny. That'd be really funny. Apparently, it only runs in 4K on Xbox One X. So next gen version, a next gen iteration seems likely.
And then for my last one, I want it to be Roshi or Chi-Chi, but it's gonna be Garlic Jr.
That would be so sick.
bad.
Give him Give him like assists like Ginyu does. Where those 3 assholes.
Yeah, that'd be really good.
His level 3, if it misses, knocks him into the dead zone.
No, that would be the climactic finish.
The only climactic
hit him with a heavy on the right level.
Yeah, but it works on every character, so every character can knock him into the dead zone.
I'm not home. Doo doo boo doo boo 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 doo.
Let's see. Me.
I really should have suggested a DLC character be a Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Vegeta Blue Evolution.
I'm so scared that's going to be one of them. But
let
Blue
me-
Vegeta already is barely a character.
Let me just say real quick that I only threw in ones that I think are going to happen because once again, I got what I wanted and it's now time to pay the piper. Like, you know,
You got the monkey paws characters?
Yes, 100%. The GT representation starts coming in now because of everyone who complained for GT representation when Season 1 happened. In Season 2.
Yeah, and then
It's finally seeped in.
We'll put it all at the end.
Yeah, it's like we'll fool them into buying this with Ultra Instinct Goku and Kefla, and then they'll get all this GT garbage.
And that's what I think's going to happen. If you ask me what I wanted to have happen in the game, El Hermano. And Super 17.
Of course, it's Super 17. Going down the list.
Like, this is the forehead fighter pass.
Look, I want Gohan Blanco more than anyone, but still, it's not gonna happen.
I don't know. Maybe Arc System Works just starts working on it, and Toei's like, guys, that's not a real character. What?
Yo, what about Vegito Invertido?
Absolutely.
What about Ultra Instinct Shaggy? What about him? Gotta get him in there.
How about Golden Metacooler?
Oh yeah, that'd be
from
wrong.
Dragon Ball Heroes.
Oh my god.
Peach Golden
Were there-
Cooler.
Roshi will be in there because they finally put in Kefla, so they're finally like because people have wanted Kefla since before the game fucking came out.
Mm-hmm.
Roshi will be in there. Then then the only conceivable character left from Dragon Ball Z that I think they'll actually do, because I don't really think they'll do Zarbon. I don't think they'll put in Raccoon. I don't think they'll put in Raditz. It'll be Dabura. And he'll swing swords and shit.
Dabura could be cool.
And then I think the last one will be, I think it'll be Mira. I think they'll be like, they're upgraded now. Cause Android 21 is in Kakarot also. So they have spoken.
They have spoken.
They have interacted. We're like, you put Android 21 in your game, and we'll put Mira in our game, and
Oh god, you're right. The Android 21's also in Xenoverse.
yeah. So like these characters are being upgraded.
Yo, but Golden Metal Cooler though, with his red Sans eye.
Anyway, system changes. We're gonna get deep into Dragon Ball FighterZ system changes on what we know, what we have to be excited for. The biggest thing, all characters are gonna have 3 assists now. It'll be like Marvel. You pick the character, you select what assist they get.
Yeah,
This
is great.
I saw Groman scream when they saw Krillin do a beam assist because all he's had until
Is the rock.
was throwing a rock.
Ugh.
Examples they've shown was Krillin and Yamcha now have beams. Tien has Chaozu freezing you with telekinesis. Vegeta and Cell have parts of their auto combo. Base Vegeta does. Base Vegeta and Cell have parts of their auto combo. Goku Blue has like a tackle instead of his shitty dive kick. Super Saiyan Vegeta has his uppercut. So this is a great change, obviously, because a lot of characters were kind of bad because their assists were bad. And this, if Cooler has a beam assist now, people will pick Cooler instead of Super Saiyan Goku sometimes. Because a big part of the reason that the teams in competitive are always the same is because their assists are so good. Like, you can't get better than Vegeta.
When they announced this, I was really
15 hours.
I was really hoping we'd see the Skullgirl style. Yeah, just choose any move.
That'd be too broken.
It would, but this game maybe already.
Are you saying that's a type matched idea?
Yes.
There's some kind of enhanced assist that some characters have where they will pop in, they'll flash gold, and then they'll teleport to the enemy and track. So it won't be like Yamcha pops out and does his little hand claws. It'll be like Cell pops out and then teleports to you and does his shit. Which appears to be just one option, and we don't know if it'll be a longer cooldown or if it takes some sort of resource. I'm assuming it'll just be a longer cooldown.
In counter to Theo calling him Yamcha, I've decided to say it incorrectly the other direction. I'm going to say it like the word kombucha, but without a B and with a Y at the beginning.
I'm sorry.
I cannot handle it.
Yamucha.
Every time I'm like, what is he doing?
No,
I
it's
don't
fine.
know. I don't know why. It's hard.
No, it's good. It's just sometimes the comment section has people who are like, how do they let him keep getting away with this?
I don't know why. I feel like there was some shitty early dub that said it that way, and I was 6, and now it's in my brain with a fucking railroad spike.
It's like the start of Giant Bomb's Dragon Ball podcast where Dan Reichert went Frieza.
Well, I mean,
And then he saw the comments talking about it, and then he just called it that for the rest to antagonize.
Look, it could be worse. I could be saying Kuririn.
look, I'm pretty sure Furitza is actually like the Romaji for it, but I could be wrong.
Thinking of pizza.
Because I'm pretty sure fucking Xeon says Furitza. Yeah, it's Furitza. And if people pay close attention, I've said that a couple times on accident because Xeon says it all the time. But anyway.
Back
You're
to
getting
the mechanics. They're adding fuzzy protection. I'm going to explain fuzzy protection real simply.
I'm going
I
to
learned
explain how
how.
to do an infinite.
Pay close attention.
Look, listen, man. Here's how you do a fucking infinite jump, heavy kick up, hold diagonal.
Phil's sitting here trying to
Can't just-
explain how to fuzzy protection. You're laughing. You're sitting there fucking laughing.
yes.
A fuzzy situation is when a character counts as crouch blocking, but they're standing. So it's easy to smack them with a jumping attack and open them up. This was a real fucking problem in this game because you have characters like Broly and Second Broly and Gogeta who are 7 feet tall or taller. So that was a huge problem for people who played those characters and made them get picked less because it was really easy to fuzzy them. And now they're adding some form of fuzzy protection. You can see somebody in this footage trying to do that to Broly, and it doesn't work. They clip through them.
I watched Top 8, and there were maybe more than half a dozen times they went, and there's a fuzzy. You're not out of this yet. So I was man.
I don't know if it's going to be complete protection or if it'll just be much harder. But this is another thing that powers up Cooler. 2020 is the year of Cooler.
Yeah.
Exciting.
Key charging now reflects normal key attacks.
Which I think is hilarious.
So you can't just knock people out of it. You have to actually get up there and attack them. They're backing down on their insane one balance patch a year scheme.
I saw their live crowd explode
Yeah.
and start jumping up and down after they're like, all right, here's GT Goku. It's the most dominating character there is. We're not doing anything about it. Play the rest of the year with it.
Yeah. On every single team in that entire tournament.
Man. So about
They
this
said
game
that
maybe
didn't
not
really
being
work out
balanced.
so great. I understand. I understand the intent behind it that you don't want to overcorrect, but there's a difference between overcorrecting and being drunk in the next room.
There's a difference between overcorrecting and correcting it all.
Look, I'm really worried about cutting these guys off in traffic, so I'm going to park right here on this highway.
Game has a new UI. There's some form of comeback mechanic. All it seems to do that we know is if you're down to your last character and they have 3, when you come in, you get 1 free bar.
I did notice in that clip where the person was in a situation where they were down to 2, they had sparking active, they got killed, their other character came in with that sparking.
That always
and
happens.
their bar got filled. Okay. But it looked like I saw some people analyzing saying that maybe they upgraded that sparking to the 1 character sparking.
Maybe that would help. But
Yeah.
you don't seem to get more damage. Somebody like compared footage because he does Gohan's level 5, Teen Gohan's level 5, and they compared them. And it's like, nope, that's just how much that does, brah.
Brah.
They changed snapbacks. Before, snapbacks took 41 frames to happen, which means you could set up a landmine and 4 sniper rifles for the character coming in. Now they happen in 9. So basically every single snap mix-up is gone.
Yeah, that's anytime you would do the Dragon Rush.
And forcibly tag in somebody else, and it would take more than half a second for that character to get their ass onto the screen. So people would do things like, I snapped you, now both my assists are out, now I'm doing Piccolo's light grenade on top of you as you come in. Some of them are behind you. Also the UI on the meter changed, so it's split down the middle now, so maybe EX moves only take half a bar. We don't know. But they changed it, so it probably means something.
I like how they're like, here's our big season 3 changes. We'll tell you like a third of what's happening. Guess the rest until the 28th when this is out.
I think it comes out the 26th.
Yeah.
Patch comes out the 26th. And if you buy the season pass, you get Kefla then too, because you get characters 2 days early if you buy them all at once. Probably because they know there's GT characters in there and they want to trick you.
We have this knife.
Step into the Grand Tour by accident.
Sakurai will be like, you get Smash characters 2 days early if you buy the pass, and then they're all Fire Emblem and 8.
Yes!
he's like, wait, here's a GT character too.
Bob, I would be okay with them adding Super 17 to fucking Smash Brothers.
God.
I would never stop laughing. It's not Goku. It's not Vegeta. It's Super 17.
People are going to be wondering why this podcast is titled Episode 56, Super 17 Joins Smash.
Yes. I would stop breathing. I would die. I would remember that it happened in my sleep, laugh while asleep until I puke, and then choke on my own vomit.
Finishing off fighting game news, the first week sales of Grand Blue Fantasy Versus outsold Tekken and Soul Calibur 6 combined, the highest launch sales of a fighting game in Japan since the first Persona 4 Arena. Also, there's all kinds of insane shit tied to the block button that was not intended, like turning the game into Melee.
Yeah, I saw there was like L canceling and shit in this game.
Yes, if you tap the block button as you land, it removes ending lag.
What?
Yeah,
This game's
dirty
dirty
shit in that game.
That shit's gone. They said we're removing that immediately. That was not intended.
I'm so jealous Japan got it before us. I want to play this broken game online.
People were finding like unblockable infinite vortexes and shit tied to the block button, and they're like, none of that was intended. We're getting rid of all of that.
Yeah, I watched a couple people showing off tech going, this is going to be a problem.
Yeah, fucking Arc System Works makes the coolest fucking fighting games that are goddamn broken.
Yeah, everything I saw from that game was hilarious.
Yes.
So it was great.
Yeah, I saw that weird super where the dude summons mommy.
Yes, they have a giant
we're
woman.
the three Lowain brothers, and I really like the Twitter post because their catchphrase in the game is calling things lit. So somebody took the Simpsons thing of die and them looking shocked, and then die lit and them doing their winning pose, which is them like doing a circle with their heads in a line.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about that clip of one of the characters going, "Are you watching porn by yourself?" And he goes, "No, I'm with my boys," and they're all screaming.
Yeah, that character's other super is them forming the human pyramid. He's really good.
I love the end. One of the ending quotes I saw, somebody almost hit them with the super. They just dodged it and killed them. And then the ending quote was literally like, "Oh man, it seemed like she was supposed to win there. Oh well, I guess we can see that if we try again."
I'm looking forward to this.
A really funny thing in the game is Lancelot, one of the characters very popular with women. One of his ending things is him like kneeling and very tenderly offering his hand to the camera. And that is because the Arc System Works person who played that game the longest, who is a woman, was asked what she wanted to do in that game, what she wanted that character to do.
That's great.
There's a little bit of something for everybody in there. I saw the big Steppy Lady's windscreen is just her caressing the camera and kissing you.
Oh my god. Horniest fighting game ever made.
It's a gotcha game, okay? It's a gotcha game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, we haven't had enough hate yet, so it's time for hate.
True, I've been having a good time.
My name is not important. Now, this started before I'm referencing the intro to the game Hatred,
Oh.
where the edgy school shooter says, "My name is not important," as he's loading a gun.
Oh my god. So, what were you gonna say?
This started with somebody just sending me a thing. Yeah, this person logged on to Anthem and Christmas decorations are still up in the game hub.
Because of course.
And
Someone yesterday I follow said, "Wow, they actually still have the Christmas decorations up."
And then it came out that they are going. Casey Hudson, the sneak fuck, put out a statement. They're putting Anthem on life support while they completely invent the game because it can't just be fixed with DLC or an expansion pack. Would anybody like to guess what form the Anthem's rebirth will take?
You know, there's a point where it's a lost cause. Why are they doing this?
I mean, you should guess. I don't think they know what the form it's going to take.
Oh, I do. I know. I think they do know what form it's going to take because Jason Schreier leaked it a couple months ago.
Is this the thing where you buy it again?
Yes. One of the things they said was they were considering making it a sequel that prior players got a discount on. And considering we're walking right into a generation shift, it can't be anything else.
You know, I think it'll all be okay because previous owners will get $5 off.
I think it'll be 10. I think it'll be 10 and you can carry over your cash shop shit. It can't be very much. It can't be very much because the game is $5 new.
I'm not going to say that there's no way they can take the concepts in Anthem and make a great game out of them. I have been proven wrong for being even slightly skeptical of reinventions of games over the last decade, you know? So I'm not going to say that. They could make a really good game. It's just fucked up when you fund your pre-production for an actually good game by selling your game to 9 million people.
Also, by the time this comes out, because there's no way this will be out within a year.
Right.
It'll be at least 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
Destiny 3 and Warframe will have already stolen every good idea from Anthem and implemented it well.
I just hope there's a Destiny 3 coming.
They keep making shit for it. It must have made money.
Yeah.
I hope.
Yeah, I just reinventing the game from the ground up kind of, it's a lot more expensive than coming out with more support stuff. Who knows?
Well, they got that China money.
Mm-hmm.
There's part of me that where there's like a worry that Destiny 2 is just gonna live forever.
Right. Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah.
Where I'm
I
sitting.
think that's what you were
there must
thinking, too.
there must be a next gen game coming, right?
I mean,
'Cause the way they've talked about this makes it seem like they may just try to ride this one out as much as they can.
And like another worry with that is they won't even have a bespoke optimized for next gen version. They'll be like, "What are you talking about? The PS5 runs PS4 games," and I'll be like, "God damn it, come on!"
Oh, poor dude.
So
think
so
that's-
we're gonna be sitting there on our future machines with 5 gigabytes per second transfer speeds, and we will still spend 3 years in orbit trying to get to the fucking strike.
Aren't they like? Isn't the China deal to make a new IP?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Yes. Yes.
And I'm wearing a
Destiny
Chinese
3.
gaming headset.
Destiny 3. It's weird we started with 3, but we're like Fallout. We're starting with 3. Heard of Fallout and Persona?
Ugh.
God.
Quantic Dream says they're going to be self-publishing going forward. That's
That's
nice.
surprising.
They die.
Because no one will ever pay for them again.
I'm shocked that after Sony didn't want to work with them, that they decided they were going self-publishing. Is anyone going to start the timer on how long until Microsoft makes them first party?
Oh.
What's up, Bob? Did you not expect
2021.
that?
E3 2021.
The Microsoft's long hand of death just reaches out.
Microsoft. Here's
No,
what makes
I'm
you.
thinking of Phil Spencer on the stage. We have acquired a new partner who makes the definitive narrative experience. And then he brings David Cage onto the
Oh
stage.
God! Imagine the fucking fusion dance monstrosity of Quantic Dream and Ninja Theory.
Yeah. No.
The
The Xbox Series X is the most powerful console of this or any other generation of games. And in order to push it to whole new levels, we are proud to announce our new game developer experienced in making cinematic gaming experiences. Please welcome to the stage David Cage.
Also on Xbox One.
Hello, so this game is about the blacks. I've never met a black, but
Oh,
Okay. Do you think that when they're going to make a game, it will no longer have the shield of Sony fanboyism protecting it? Do you think it'll just get reamed?
I do wonder, because I don't think the Xbox demographic gives a fuck about Detroit.
I feel like there are people who are crazy for those games that don't even care what system they're playing on. Like they're just like these.
I like
these
how
same,
Dan didn't even come back to reality. He was still, because it's just a foregone conclusion that Microsoft will buy them.
Look, all I'm saying is if they're self-publishing, they're showing up on Xbox. I don't know how many people on Xbox care about that. I know more people on PC care about cinematic experiences that are deep. So I think they'll get some sales, but it's not gonna they look, when Microsoft goes to acquire a studio, they just want to make sure that you have a mostly done game.
God, that is it. That's all there is.
Then what's fucking Crackdown 3's excuse?
What do you mean? That they
It
already
wasn't
own
mostly done. Oh, you mean when they acquire?
Well, yeah, when they acquire a studio, yeah. They're like, we want you to have something early in pre-production and have a game that's halfway done. Because we don't know how to do that first half. And we debatably don't know how to do that second half either.
Oh, I'm getting sad. Disney is confused. Disney wants people to come work with their IPs.
Oh,
okay.
They don't seem to understand why people have not come asking them to use their IPs lately.
It's almost like every story that comes from working with Disney on a thing is a horror story outside of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And even then a couple times in there.
yeah. Everything went fine for Ant-Man, right?
This sounded like they're trying to change. We'll see if any bottles get thrown at developers within the next year.
They'll just let them half make their game, like get deep into development, and then be like, "Oh, you can't do any of this," and the developer just crashes completely.
Sorry, we don't want you to use the word mutants in this X-Men game. Can you go with mutated humans?
Can you go with non-humans? Can you go with muties? Can you go with inferiors?
Sorry, the way we really wanted
Innovators.
we were really just looking to do a sequel to Rise of the Imperfects, or Marvel Nemesis.
God,
Can you make a sequel to that?
Just so everybody knows, Marvel once argued in court that X-Men action figures should not be taxed as human characters because they aren't human. Doom
What's
Eternal
next?
single and multiplayer are separate downloads on Xbox One. Let's hope that's the case on everything.
I mean, that's the future of gaming, so,
Yeah, it'd be swell.
Patch the first game to be like that, you cocks.
That'd be neat.
yeah. Then I'd
That'd be-
never play
Please
it again.
Do that now, because I was considering downloading it again so I could do another run before Eternal comes out.
I have posted a picture of Marvel Nemesis in the Big Think channel.
I
Don't.
remember what it looked like.
Why you got to do this?
Yeah, make this
Biggest
game,
news,
but don't put in Spider-Man though. We can't get Spider-Man.
Oh, why?
Don't, because you're gonna remind me of that fucking weird Morbius shit that's happening right now.
Okay, let's not.
Where it's
not-
it's fucked up.
Okay, anyways,
Dan,
so,
we have some big news. You can have it.
yeah, sure. Jeff Keighley skipping E3 this year, proving that this thing is a tire fire beyond the likes any of us can comprehend.
Yeah, no. Jeff Keighley basically took out the gun and shot E3 himself. Just he
The
announced
statement he said was so bad, where he said the information that's been communicated to me makes me not want to go to do this show, so I'm not going to. And he was like doing a lot of E3 stuff for them.
Oh yeah, no, he was doing their
E3
show.
Coliseum.
Yeah, E3 Coliseum. For those who aren't following the arc so far, let me explain. Have you seen the movie The Thing? Where it takes place in an Arctic base and slowly the alien takes over human bodies and it's left with two people standing there wondering which one of them is the alien, each one holding a weapon to murder the other? That was E3 and Jeff Keighley was the last man standing.
Now, we also have the list of companies that will be at E3 this year.
Mm-hmm.
EA and Microsoft aren't on it.
It's amazing.
Wait.
It is amazing that E3 found a way to simulate the we've canceled our convention due to the coronavirus, but that isn't the excuse.
I saw Microsoft said
The
they were
Mi-
going to be there.
Yeah, but Microsoft technically doesn't do E3. They bought that big place next to
Yep.
it, that theater or whatever.
Yep.
So they're not at E3, but technically they're at E3.
They're at E3. What I
Yep.
hope, what I'm saying in a roundabout way is, I hope so few people are there we don't have to cover it daily. Because I don't need to sit down and with KZ on his stream and be like, okay, let's watch this EA thing, and Angry Joe walks out onto stage.
I need that. I need that 100%.
I 100% need as many bad conferences to sit with feel as possible.
I mean,
Like
what was it? Didn't the indie game publishers for retro games?
Oh yes,
Devolver
Run
Digital?
Games.
No, not Devolver, not the good one.
limited run game.
Limited run
run games.
They're
They're having
there.
another one. They announced the date.
I guess they never miss, huh?
KZ, we're gonna have to fucking watch that.
Yes.
Yeah, and we're also going to watch the Ubisoft one where they show all the games they showed before they got delayed further into an unknown time, so we get another Tom Clancy mirror room.
Gamer premonition. The Ubisoft conference involves at least one person jumping into the air while fist pumping and going, yeah!
Isn't that just the Peggle 2 guy?
I feel like every Ubisoft conference has someone do that. Maybe it's the Just Dance crew. Maybe it's Yves Guillemot himself. Who knows?
I love all the people going, man, this E3 is going to be great. It's just an empty building with Stadia there.
Oh my god. But
They're
yeah,
like, man, we have so much room.
as someone who's thrown E3 parties for, let me look at this, 15 years.
Oh no!
Seeing Brandon Jones on Twitter compare it to it's like Christmas without Santa, and then Jeff Gerstmann shitting on people who say that, so subtweeting Brandon Jones is the most fucking, like, come on, man. Like,
You know, this really hurts. Like, E3 is a big deal. And
Yeah.
it's really sad to see this happen.
I agree. I agree with some of the things that I've seen, Jeff Keighley say, where he said it should have become a much more digitally aware platform. Like E3 should have been a more concentrated show up front with its own floor, and the publishers could do their own things. Like, it should have become that before it died, but now it's too fucking late.
You're right. Like,
We were just about to escape, and we got a breaking news story.
Oh no!
What?
It's details about the PS5.
What? No! You're fucking with me. You're fucking with me?
I just
You are-
put it in general.
Sony is struggling with PlayStation 5 price due to costly parts.
Yeah, of course. Of course they are. Of course they are. This year is a nightmare year to launch consoles because of the coronavirus and the SSD expectations. There's a lot.
So it's costing them $450 per unit right now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I like the fact that we have breaking news. What could it possibly be? PS5 details.
And it says they're going to hold back they're trying to hold back on talking about the price until Microsoft shoots themselves in the foot.
Yeah, so that way they can have a comfortable margin. Microsoft, murder yourself so that way my PS5's cheaper.
I've had this fear, and that fear is that they don't do a PlayStation 5 thing until July.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Now,
I too have that fear.
Yeah, no, that's a real fear.
I mean, there's a non-zero chance it'll just be tomorrow. Because we're recording this the day before Valentine's Day, and they put that weird ad.
Oh yeah, we didn't talk about the ad.
We didn't talk about the insane resurgence of the PS3 ads, like Bob predicted.
We're back to scary Sony again, where they're just trying to scare you.
What do all these hearts power? They power the Sony baby that powers the PS5.
It's going to be rendered in Death Stranding.
I could not believe it. I saw a bunch of people going, "This is weird. Why would you make something like this?" Meanwhile, I'm going, "Oh my god, Bob was right."
The PS5 reveal video directed by Hideo Kojima.
Oh god,
it is.
that didn't have a director on it.
They tied this into Valentine's Day with some of the text. So what if and that ad has like a weird ending spot, like it cut early?
Yeah, it shows a door and it cuts early. You can tell something was just beyond.
You're right.
What if on Valentine's Day that door just opens?
I didn't see people reading it that way. Weirdly enough, like online,
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Yeah,
but that was so clear.
I finished watching the video and I was like, okay, this leads into another thing. And then I see Bob say that, and I was like, yeah, no, isn't that obvious? And then I look around and no one else said that. I was like, Bob, what the fuck? Are these people not used to this Sony bullshit?
Right? God, what if the PS5 is announced on Valentine's? God,
that'll be the weirdest stream ever because we will be stuck in a dreams stream that we start insanely late, most likely.
Yes.
And the PS5 was just announced. I hope to God that is not what's happening.
I kind of want to see that happen. I want to watch the world burn.
Also, my Friday is fucked, so I really don't need this.
Here's a fantastic part of the article then that seems really great. Cooling system unusually expensive at a few dollars a unit. Sony opted to lavish more on making sure heat dissipation isn't an issue.
Oh yeah, absolutely. These next-gen consoles, because a lot of people don't realize, this last gen, both companies agreed to stop trying. This time they're trying again. That's exactly what they mean when they say, we're waiting for Microsoft to announce, because if we have to, we will fucking saw our leg off to make sure they don't win. That is what they're talking about. These specs in these new consoles are actually really cutting edge. They are trying this gen. This is what trying looks like.
Yeah, that's saying with 450 per unit, they could undercut themselves and go 400 again and
They
probably
could.
just annihilate Xbox.
And this would be just the most staggering gen. in a while.
$200 below Microsoft. They're fucking atomized.
Especially when that Hideo Kojima ad comes out. You got the PS5? Okay, now look at me.
No, it'll be it's a Death Stranding thing, but we don't even know it. It's just some guy walking through the Arctic with something on his back. He gets to the bunker and he delivers the PS5.
And then the dude who greets him there is just Mark Cerny, and he's like, "Thanks, man. You did a great job."
Then he gives you the thumbs up like Heartman.
Jesus Christ.
So he's just making ads exclusively for 10 guys.
Yes. Those 10 guys star in the video, but that's beside the point. No joke,
I
Bob.
think the funnest thing we talk about is how this is going to happen.
It's Sony has already shown that they're ready to make some weird bullshit that doesn't function as a normal commercial.
Yes.
And I'm so excited. That's I can't believe they're doing it again. They're putting out a cutting edge console. They're questioning how many of their limbs they're going to saw off to fuck Microsoft. It's good. It's really good. This is a good year for video games.
I think the only way it could be better is if that ad was all the PlayStation 4 Pro hearts also had like PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2s sitting in there too with their own different kinds of hearts.
That may be the next room, and then the next room is the PS5.
Oh no.
Okay, we gotta end this podcast.
Yeah, we do.
And then they just go PS5. It's $400. PS4 Pro. It's $200.
We need a price cut on a Pro.
PS4 Slim, $50.
No, it'll be 100, but it'll come with Spider-Man, and Microsoft will just look at their hands as they're dissolving.
Could you fucking imagine? God.
We were selling ours for $850.
I would like to note, I got some followers from me talking about how good the Xbox One X back compat is, and the first thing I thought was, they're going to listen to Big Think and think I'm a Sony fanboy because I think Microsoft's output is bullshit. They're going to be like, what?
They're going to hate me because I have eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see Microsoft out here making any absolutely insane ads.
God, wouldn't that be amazing? I don't even know that they could. They don't seem to be in touch with weird-ass art houses.
No.
Because that Xbox Series X ad is not weird enough.
It would just be a parody of some Apple ad. That's as far as they'll get.
Yeah, because their competition is Amazon and Google.
Yeah.
If they were brave, and they're not, they're cowards.
Mm-hmm.
They would rip off 2001: A Space Odyssey and just make the Xbox Series X the monolith. And you have the monkey hitting the rock in front of the Xbox. And you have him evolve into a man.
Somebody already did that ad. Was it Sony in 2004?
God.
It might have been.
One moment.
Oh my God.
Someone did this ad. I'm convinced I saw an ad that was this, and I think it was PlayStation.
The iPhone did one.
Maybe, yeah. No, they... Okay. Anyway, we need to end this podcast. Over the next week, we have coming out, of course, we're doing that live stream last Friday. That's supposed to be Dreams, assuming everything goes according to Keikaku. We're going to have Giving Games a Chance, Unreal Championship 2, the Leandri Conflict.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
It's a really killer app for the Xbox original, and thanks to the power of the Xbox One X, it is in 4K. I'm sure everyone wants to give that a look. And of course, you missed it. Check out our Daemon X Machina quick play from last week, and also our Giving Games a Chance for Monkey Ball, the Banana Blitz HD. That was pretty fun.
Bob tried his best.
It was pretty fun. I can't believe Invision just clipped that shit out and put it on Twitter. I was like, what the fuck? At least he tagged Bob. That's something.
All right.
It's important to credit artists, Jason. It's important to credit artists. What do you have coming out over the next week,
That is
KZ?
the funniest thing you've ever done.
It was pretty fun. But what do you have coming out over the next week, KZ?
Trails of Cold Steel's the Let's Play that started from me this week. I'll also be digging into the Fire Emblem DLC, which isn't going to go for too long because people said it's like 8 to 10 hours at most. So I'll be burning through that. And yeah, that's it for me.
When is your Kingdom Hearts marathon thing starting?
It's gonna be in like 2 weeks. I might push it a bit more because I got sick.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Because productivity took a hit because of that.
Imagine that. Hey, Phil.
I'm gonna be streaming Sonic Adventure DX.
Are you at least using the mods to make it better?
I didn't for Sonic's campaign because I already did it in the previous Saturday, but I will be from there because I didn't know they existed.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I will be from this point on. And then after that, who knows? Maybe I'll stream Sonic Chrono Adventure.
Is that a fan game?
Yes, it is a fan game by Lake Fapard, who went on to make Spark the Electric Jester. It's a Metroidvania with OCs in it.
Oh, exciting.
And if I hit my stream goal, I'll be streaming Sonic Adventure 2.
That's cool. Man, Sonic Adventure 2. You getting all the emblems?
No.
What a shame. What a shame. I really want to try that apple, and I'm pretty frustrated that you brought it to my attention. Because an apple's not something I should be asking if my grocery store carries. That's insane.
Go to the Publix. I bet they have it. They're raw. Can I hit stop now?
Yes. Thanks for listening to this episode of Big Think Dimension. This show, like our other podcasts, is only possible with the generous time our co-hosts have given to us and the equipment we've bought to make it higher quality and easier to produce. Please consider supporting our podcast series on our GigaBoots podcast Patreon and look forward to more gamer premonitions and Big Think Dimension in the future. This video was brought to you by the power of the legendary GigaBoots executive producers: Vincent Pover, Nicholas Cameron, E. Lee Broyles, Star Falcon, Spaceman Spiff, Danny Richardson, Dryzart, Red Blaze 27, and Texas Man joins Smash. Thank you for lending us your power, our executive producers. And also these guys. If you want to become powerful like our executive producers, then head on over to www.patreon.com/gigaboots today.